What's up, everybody? Welcome back again to a brand new tutorial. My name is Angelo from Caps on Fire, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to sublimate your very own coffee mug. Alright, so before we get this video started, I need you all to do a couple things for me. Alright, number one, I need you all to press the subscribe button down below. That way you will be notified whenever I upload new content. Secondly, I need you all to press the link in the description, and that will take you straight to our Facebook. All right. Once you're in the group, we will have live tutorials. We have giveaways. We help people troubleshoot any issues that they may run into. You can showcase your artwork. It's just a boatload of information and people that are willing to help you, who are also fellow sublimators as well. All right. And lastly, but not least, if you can, please check out the link to my Etsy shop, where I do sell my own sublimation supplies, and most recently added our line of ink, Cosmos Ink. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. All right, so in this video, you're gonna need the following materials. All right, you'll need this right here, which is gonna be your butcher paper. You will need your coffee mugs. You'll need your sublimation paper with your image already printed on the paper via our Epson 7720 printer or 7710 printer with equipped with Cosmos ink. We have a guillotine cutter. You don't necessarily need the guillotine cutter. However, it's a lot more useful when you're trying to cut a straight edge. Okay, you can use scissors, but if you have a guillotine cutter, more props to you. All right. After that, you have to have a mug press in order to press coffee mugs. All right. Well, let me rephrase that. You have to have a mug press or a convection oven to do coffee mugs, right? So in our case, we're going to be using a mug press. If you have a vection oven, we need what's called mug wraps, pretty much to get the same results. All right, so let's get it started. First thing you want to do, when you print out your image, you want to put it into your guillotine cutter and want to cut off all the excess white areas. Cut a little, just a little bit into your image. That's kind of fine, but honestly, I wouldn't even get that close to it. That to even happen, I would just stay right outside of it and a little bit of the white. A little bit of white on your sheet. Like this, like this. Bottom, or on this side, there may be a little bit too much white that I'm willing to settle for, so I can put it back into my cutter. Off a little bit more. That's fine. All right, so now that we got it cut down to the size we need, all we do is we make sure we use our heat tape. I'm sorry I didn't announce that earlier. We will need heat tape as well. And we're going to heat tape this to our coffee mug. Now, I know you all are wondering, how did I know the exact size that I needed for the coffee mug? Well, I have a separate video on that, showing you how to make a template for your products, all right, especially for your coffee mug. All right, so just click on the link down in the description. I'll have that down there as well, and it'll take you to that video. So that way, if you're doing, whether it's a 15 ounce, 11 ounce water bottle, a shot glass, all these different kind of cups, you can be able to create your own template for each individual one. All right, so now that we have our paper cut out, we want to grab some heat tape. Put our paper on our mug. So when you put it on, I like to do it like this first. Have it, well, pretty much have it flat like this and lay it in the and kind of wrap it around the edges. I want it to be in distance. I want it to be an even distance from sides of your handle. Okay, so you pretty much want to center your handle right in between. All right, And also, before you put your paper on here, please make sure, I'll say this again, please make sure that your ink is dry on your paper. If it is not dry on your paper, it will smudge onto your coffee mug and smudge onto your paper, which at that point will render your sheet of paper useless. Right? Possibly can wipe off the ink that's on your mug, but as far as your paper is going to be shot, and to go ahead and print out a new image. So once we have it on there, I like to put my tape on the paper itself first. Right? Always put my tape on the paper first, then I roll it onto the coffee mug. That way it won't shift my paper. Other piece of tape, and sometimes it'll roll up like this if you're trying to do more than one at a time. Too much like this, I'm not gonna just try to get this untangled. I'm gonna just grab me another. Have that other piece of tape, do the same thing, right? Tape on the mug first, and on the paper first. Lightly pull it while dragging it onto your coffee mug. That is set. Now we got it pretty much perfect, right? If we look, guys, so here we go. If you look at the top of the paper, you'll see the blue is kind of hanging off the cup. The printed image is off the cup, which is exactly what we want. Same thing with the bottom. Got it hanging off just a tad, all right? That's exactly how we want it. That way, that will give us our full bleed edge that we are looking for with our coffee mug. We have the excess sublimation paper. You can throw that away. Also, quick tip. For these 15-ounce coffee mugs, you can print about 4 of these images on one sheet of paper, all right? So if you're doing 100 of them, you can print out 25 sheets with 4 on each sheet. That way you'll have 100 coffee mugs. Out of those 25 sheets, each sheet only costs you anywhere between 32.5 cents up to 44 cents, depending on what brand of sublimation paper you're using. So now that we have that done, we'll just sit this over here, and I'm gonna take you all to the heat press. We're gonna zoom in on the heat press, and I'll show you how to set that up if you're setting this up for the very first time, all right? All right, guys, so now we are at the mug press, right? So I know you're wondering what mug press I am using in my tutorial, and this mug press is Signature Series press from Heat Press Nation. Now, the reason I like this mug press in particular is because it comes with a warranty. I believe it's a 1-year warranty, plus you can purchase what's called a double warranty, which it'll increase your current one from 1 year to 2 years. Secondly, I love this mug press because it comes with multiple attachments. So as a lot of you may know or may not know, cups come in various sizes, shapes. Okay, you have some cups that are up and down. You have some that are cone shaped. You have the really small ones, the shot glasses. You have the really tall, Stein, the Stein glasses. You have water bottles and 11-ounce mugs, 15-ounce mugs. There's a bunch of different sizes. Okay, so with this one, I believe the one I ordered, it comes with 7 different attachments. That would be, I think, the highest one that they have. But they do have some other models that come with less attachments. But if you want to buy those other attachments later on, you can do so through their website. So this is a highly interchangeable heat press. All right. So when you first get it, this button on the side, turn it real quick. This will be your on and off button. Okay, it's a little red button. And a little more for you guys. All right. So this little red button, this is going to be your on and your off button. Your plug right here is detachable. Okay, so please make sure whenever you decide to move your mug press or change the place or whatever, make sure that you keep that plug. Okay, please make sure you keep up with it. Other than that, this handle right here at the top, This is how you open it and close it. And when you close it, as you can see, your timer over here will start. Now, very first got this heat press, y'all. I thought it was broken, all right? I thought it was a complete dud because whenever I closed my heat press, this timer would not start up. Well, come to find out, I'm gonna tilt it up for you guys. Come to find out, there's these two sensors that are back here, okay, right behind this silver bar. Those sensors are similar to, and let's say, those sensors are similar to like an ADT type of sensor, all right? When your windows are closed, there's these two bars and they have to be right there next to each other, all right? The electromagnetic sensors. So, since it has the same setup on here, if those bars are not touching, that timer will not start. However, those bars are adjustable as they do have screws and some wiggle room on the back, just the height and the width, well, the height and the gap in between on your heat press. Right? These two handles, this one, these will adjust the tightness of your mug press. You don't want it too loose because then when you go to sublimate your coffee mug, image will be really blurry. However, you don't want to make it too tight because when you go to pull your handle all the way down, you could possibly shatter your coffee mug, right? A waste of product and a waste of time because you got to clean it up. So over here on the screen, you have two sets of numbers, all right? The top set is going to be what is the current value as far as what is your sensor reading of the current temperature of your mug press inside here. Then the bottom ones are going to be your set values, right? And these are going to be what temperature do you want to set your heat press to. So to change these values, all you do is just press OK. Now you can change. When you press it the first time, you'll have just Fahrenheit or Celsius flashing. Change that by pressing the down button, Celsius, or you can press the up button, turn it to Fahrenheit. Press OK. And right now it's set to 56, which for us, we want to add 3.5. No, actually, yeah. I want to add 3.5. Press the up button to get the 5. Press OK. Set value, I want to add 210 for the timer. Press OK. There you go. It's all set. This number will increase, especially when you first turn it on. It will be at 0, so it'll have to slowly heat up. But the good thing I like about this mug press in particular, it heats up a whole lot faster than a 16 by 20 flat heat press or the 16 by 24 flat heat press. This will heat up a whole lot faster. Also, these knobs right here, the one right here, right here, right here, and right here, these are to change out this attachment. Right? So you will unscrew these knobs, then you would come right here. You will unscrew this as well and take this out, all right? As this is the cable that connects your attachment to your housing unit, as it goes to the sensor, into the receiving sensor in here, and it's able to tell the current temperature of whatever is inside your mug press. All right, so let's go ahead and do our mug. You'll need your butcher paper because when you're heat pressing your coffee mug, all this extra ink, I don't know if I said it earlier, but all this extra ink at the top, it can shoot out, right? You don't want it to shoot out against the inside of your mug press. Right? So we put this butcher paper inside to protect our coffee mug press from any type of ink that could potentially get on our heat press and damage our next item. So once you have your butcher paper inside, take your coffee mug, slide it in from the side. Right? Do not try to put it down like this in there because it will not fit. You have to slide it in. Slide it in. Make sure it's sitting there nice. Slowly close it, but not all the way because you want to be able to turn the handle and adjust it. Case. Then once you got it nice and set, then you can close it all the way. And then the timer will start counting down. Yeah, I really like this press. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of mugs that I've lost count, but I really enjoy using it. If you don't have a coffee mug press, you can use what's called a convection oven, right? Which is kind of the same thing as a pizza oven, whatever. But yeah, you can go to Walmart, Sam's Club, BJ's, wherever, get a convection oven. And when you have the convection oven, only difference is you will have to use what's called heat wrap, right? And these heat wraps will pretty much apply the even amount of pressure that you need to your sublimation paper that's on your coffee mug. So that way the sublimation ink will transfer over nicely, evenly onto your coffee mug. So please remember, pressure is definitely everything. All right, also, put this up here on the table so you all can see. This right here, this is extremely important. This is probably something that a lot of people that have a mug press and or do coffee mugs don't talk about it. Um, this is simply a bowl of water, all right? But it is a bowl of lukewarm water. And the reason behind this is that since we're dealing with sublimation ink, if it has any if if your substrate still has heat within it, that sublimation ink will still continue to flow. Okay, it will still continue to migrate. It'll cause blurring on your image or anything like that. So when you're dealing with something that can hold large amounts of heat, for example, glass, metal, especially this type of glass, glass and metal, because it holds so much heat, you want to be able to put it in something that will slowly cool it down. Okay, we're dealing with this type of heat. Definitely use room temperature or lukewarm water. That way it'll slowly cool it down, but it won't cool it down to the point where your coffee mug is cold or anything crazy like that. That'll stop the ink from transferring over and starting to ghost and bleed and all that stuff. It'll just completely stop that. Take it out the water, wipe it off, and you're good to go. Mail it off to your customer, give it to mom, give it to whoever. I highly recommend. Another reason I like this mug press is because quick. Um, Even though I set it on 210 seconds, a mug press will be a whole lot faster than a convection oven. Okay, the convection oven is going to be doing a whole bunch of coffee mugs pretty much at one time. But if you're just doing, something small here and there, like 2 mugs, 3 mugs, now this done, we just open it up, got our coffee mug out, pull the paper off, real quick. All right, that came out really super. I'm just gonna dip it down in our water. Will make a little bit of sizzling sound, depending on how cold your water is, but it's okay. And you don't have to worry about if your ink is wash off. Ink is a dye. Also, it turns gas into sublimate from a solid directly to gas. So it's completely skipping my heat. Washer. So now that we have it water, we can take it out. Right off over here. Table. Press. There we go, guys. Have a coffee mug. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all. Don't forget the subscribe button down below. Like our video. Comment on the process, how I did. Also, click on the Facebook group on my Etsy supplies. All right. You all for tuning in at a later date. Angelo out.